Come on. God, you messed it up, bro.
No, I was waiting for you to say something. You
Yeah, I
waited
was trying
so
not to laugh.
long.
I
It
was
was
trying
so
not to
awkward.
laugh. I was
Just
trying not to laugh.
silent.
Okay. I was trying not to laugh. And I think Chris is just mad because he's not matching hats with us.
You want me to get one too?
Damn.
Are you
You want one
deadly?
too?
Hey,
You muted yourself. That sucks.
I didn't.
You know how to work a mic up.
Think the cord to my on the fritz. You guys are wearing scorpions, but I'm the only one here dealing with them.
Yeah, we don't deal with scorpions out here. I just want to let you guys know it was a beautiful, spontaneous 76 degrees today.
Nice. It was cold as shit here.
It was beautiful here.
Yeah, it was super, super windy here today.
Oh, very windy here, but very nice. Welcome back to the Three Amigos podcast, boys. How have you guys been?
Good. Just got back from Vegas.
Hell yeah. What'd you go to Vegas for?
Just for fun, family and stuff, you know.
Okay.
How much did you lose?
That's the real
Well,
question.
you know, I'm a very tight budgeter. We have only certain expenses. So all the money I did take, I lost.
Ah,
I did, but hey, you know what? I said it like this. I got to play for free for a lot of hours. I didn't play for free, but I played for a long time. And I got free drinks.
okay.
So
Yeah,
even out. I mean, what
Yeah,
I
that's
would
how you have to look at it.
Yeah, what I would have paid in drinks and tips and stuff, I paid in gambling.
Hey.
But it was
There you
all
go.
mainly at night. But man, dude, you just sit there next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. and you're like, oh, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Gotta get up.
Did you see any shows on the strip?
No, but I texted you guys both when I saw famous people. And if you listen to Chuck Liddell or Marshawn Lynch, I saw you. Marshawn did not look like he wanted to be fucked with
And
at all.
Chocolate, I do want to put this out there if you do listen to this. Justin did say he could take you in a fight.
I did.
His words, not mine.
Looked a little beat up.
Yeah.
Glad I could get you. Kick you in the knee, you probably fall.
Did you pay anybody to kick him in the balls? It's like a big thing out there.
No, that was in other parts, and I think that's in Fremont, and I didn't stay. That's the older part, and we didn't go there. We stayed in Harris, which is right across from like Caesars and stuff like that.
No, it's on the strip.
Oh,
okay.
You stayed in Harris?
Mm-hmm.
So did you see a old man in like plaid pants on the elevator or anywhere?
What?
Okay.
So
what the fuck?
Why was that so specific?
No, because last summer when I went to Vegas with Sydney, one of the nights we did a Vegas ghost tour.
Oh.
And they take you through the strip. You bring your drinks with you, and they like teach you about all the like ghost stories that happen at all these resorts on the strip. And the Harrah's guy, the guy who built it and owned it, he died like right before it opened. And so there's a lot of reports of people seeing this guy wearing this specific outfit, especially on the elevators, who talks about how beautiful the resort is.
That's hella weird. I'm so glad you didn't see him because that's fucking weird, bro.
Someone we didn't know got stuck in the elevator.
How long?
Not like 30 minutes.
Not 30. That's a
30
long
minutes.
time.
That's a long time. Yeah.
Oh, I bet I wasn't in it. Thank God.
He said that wasn't me.
But,
well, I know you don't come
here. Did they establish a pee corner?
Oh God, get out of here.
Almost got there.
Almost got here.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good time. I got to see a lot of famous people. That means I got a lot of attention to sports. So I got to watch, some of the XFL, some of the All-Star stuff, which was nice because I actually had the weekend off for it. You guys know that's a very rarity in my field of business.
Yes.
So
yes,
super nice, man. But yeah, great. Besides that, happy to be home. I literally have nothing going on now.
So, wow, that was, sounds like a fun weekend. I did nothing but work. So, there's that to that. And Chris probably also did nothing but work. Yep, Seat knew it. And I know you don't come here to listen to us bullshit about what we did on the weekend and going to Vegas and people in plaid pants. I know you only listen to us for our extreme dedication and football knowledge. Because, I mean, we might be the most knowledgeable podcast out there in football. I don't want to throw us out there like that, but we might be.
Shots fired.
The most knowledgeable podcast in football. And the reason I say that, the reason that I open this intro like this is because we have the most exciting thing about the off season, and that is free agents. Where are they going to go? Who are they going to be with? Where are they going to end up? Right. And it is only right and fitting for the three of us to tell you where they're going to go and who
Get these wrong.
Get them right. You mean get them right. So I'm gonna start with the usual, the quarterbacks, the most important position on the football field. There's 11 men on the field on each team, but really the quarterback is like the most influential on the offense. So I think it's right we only start there. And we've got a big list, a lot of names on this list. We've got the one, the only, my favorite quarterback in the NFC East.
Starting there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, NFC East.
Yeah. You know who it is?
Jalen
Hurts.
No, Danny Dimes.
Oh, I figured you were gonna go into whether Jalen was about to get a massive extension or not.
Oh, he's on
because that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, if you don't pay the man, like, what is even your thing?
But Danny Dimes, well,
so New York was about to give up on him. They're about to say a big fuck.
Right.
I mean, he was
realized
doing
how important he was this year.
He was doing professional bag throwing, so it's like he always had a fallback.
I mean, he was up until that Eagles game.
Oh, I know. And then
like, yeah, Vikings game looked great. Eagles game, he did not look like Danny Dimes.
No, but he took a team that wasn't expected to even go that far.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. I think that there's no other option but to sign him unless you go after like a Jimmy G. But with the Jimmy G, like, what are you getting that's not Danny Dimes?
I don't think they go after Jimmy G if they don't get Danny.
I don't think no one will go. Like, who realistically else is going to go after Danny like that? Especially after the year he just had in New York. He just got a brand new coach they're vibing with. He's getting a lot of I don't know, man. If I'm New York or I'm Danny, I kind of want to stay in New York now, see it through. Because in the first couple of years he just had a lot of turnover with coaches and stuff like that. That maybe this is nice. Some consistency would always be good, because if he leaves again, well, he lacks consistency, and that's what everybody's gonna say is like, oh, this is one and done. He hasn't really proven much of himself. So I still think the Giants can sign him on a cheaper end deal, not have to pay so much.
Yeah, I think he stays with the Giants unless he, for some reason, thinks that he's entitled to the next big NFL quarterback contract, because it seems to be, next man up. It's getting so. I mean, obviously, Deshaun Watson's was kind of
probably the worst move in the entire world, but it's whatever.
Stop.
Oh, for sure, but it was kind of an outlier in it's like guarantees and everything.
Oh, that's.
But regardless, each guy going next is still getting like a mega. Like, look at Mahomes; he's fallen to like the 6th highest paid QB in the league already since he signed his deal.
After,
so
what, 2 years?
But 3 maybe.
3.
Yeah.
You still got people like Lamar who haven't been paid.
Yep.
Yeah, Lamar still needs to get paid. I just like Danny can't expect to get that type of I don't think he can expect to get 40 a year.
Especially when they have Barkley as well as a free agent. Like, you gotta
they need to sign him.
Yeah, you gotta work with your team. So yeah, I think he ends up with New York, and I think he ends up on a team friendly deal, because I think, like Jay said, who else is gonna take him? Like, he's not the hottest commodity right now.
Dak Prescott got paid a fuck ton, probably more than he needed or short, but different, right? And he doesn't even compare to what Dak has done in his
Cowboys.
But he hasn't done what Dak has done in his career.
Yeah,
up to that point, right? If you put them both at the same time, Dan Dimes isn't there. He had one good year.
Mm-hmm.
Really, let's break it down. He had one good year. Either gonna get him for cheap, and again, like you said, team friendly. I didn't know that about Saquon. I did know that about Saquon, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. That's another obvious thing. Like, hey, we're gonna sign this guy. We're also gonna sign you, but we can only do this much. Would you take it for a chance at an opportunity? Most people say yes.
Or maybe they put in a lot of money in the later years to maybe restructure, or to be like, hey, prove yourself.
And then dump them by then.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or
like what happened to Derek Carr.
Yeah, prove yourself, or we're gonna dump you.
But I even think Saquon didn't get on a team friendly deal because he's been hurt for
Yeah, that's
so
true.
long. And
We'll
only
get
1
to
year.
running backs. Don't worry.
But they can, yeah. But I think
What do you? So what do you think, What Danny Dimes? Because I'm
Yeah,
saying
he's
team friendly Giants.
Staying
yeah,
team
he's-
friendly.
All right, and then we're gonna go with probably one of the most fun quarterbacks to watch this year, from all of his adversity, Geno Smith.
Oh, I love he stays.
He stays in
Yeah,
Seattle
he's
for
gotta
sure.
stay. He's got to stay.
Seattle's not trading him. They liked him, and they just got to add some talent on their offensive line.
Yeah, and he did good. If
Yeah.
it's and he's youngish. He's 32. He's not old. He's not young, but he's not old.
He played for like 3 more years.
Yeah. Okay.
Easily.
Cool. Now that was easy. Let's get to the hot topic of Jimmy G.
Ooh.
Does he?
He obviously ain't staying.
Yeah, he's a free agent. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, dude, you say that, but he stayed this entire time.
Well, he couldn't have it.
He
didn't
had
have
a
a
contract.
choice.
Yeah,
Really
he's a
gonna leave?
free agent now. What were you gonna like? What
Yeah,
are you
he
gonna
is-
do behind someone that they benched you for, and someone who looked as hot as he did? Like, what do you get? What do you
If
supposed to do
he
there?
if he didn't need that shoulder surgery last offseason, he would have been moved before the start of the season. They would not have had him.
They're lucky they did,
Yeah.
because Brock had a great season, but there's no way he continued that the whole season.
No, like he benefited from some extra weeks learning for sure.
Yep.
So Jimmy's definitely gone.
Yeah, where does he go?
So this is the first tough one because where is he going?
because does he go? Does Carolina take a move at him?
All right,
Do the Jet? I know the Jets are talking to Derek Carr. They're not even talking, but like, what?
you ready?
Ready?
Okay. So earlier today, I think RG3 mentioned who the Raiders should get. Right. So they thought about the Raiders going into Jimmy G. But he also mentioned, like, hey, if I'm Josh Daniels, I'm picking up the phone and I'm calling for Mac Jones from the Patriots. Because Patriots
I don't
didn't
think that's
really-
happening.
But Patriots didn't seem that happy with him this year. They were off and on with him all year. And
also had a
given the
horrible
circumstances, Bill Belichick liked Garoppolo at one point. Garoppolo still isn't a bad quarterback. Do you bring him back to the Patriots? If that all, imagine if that whole shift just actually works.
That's pretty
Not
good.
dumb.
That would be fun. I
Yeah.
think that'd be fun. I don't see them getting rid of Mac though. I think they were frustrated with some of his behavior on how but at the same time they put a fucking guy who should not have been near the offense, in charge of the offense and whatnot, and they basically wasted an entire year for him. So I don't know. I would be shocked if they dealt him.
It was just controversy. I was just mixing the pot a little bit. You know what I mean?
I mean, I love the theory. I love the possibility of that because I think that's kind of fun.
Okay,
and I do
five
understand
options
why
about
people
where he
think
would
that
go.
he's going to the Raiders. Well, Raiders, Patriots.
Titans,
Beyond that, to be honest with you,
Houston.
okay, Titans. Yes, I could see that. I don't think Houston. I think Houston drafts either CJ Stroud or Bryce Young.
What about
So
the Kentucky guy?
Fuck no.
I don't know, man.
No.
No, man.
Between those three, that guy
I'm just saying, what if
not even be considered
Who's the third one you talking
with
about?
them?
Bryce Young,
Will Levi's or
Will Levis,
Levis
yeah,
or something?
Levis.
Out of the two, he wouldn't be even.
Yeah, Bryce Young and CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I'd want those over.
Yeah,
there.
it's going to be one of those
100%.
two. And I think Houston definitely drafts a QB. So no but
Houston.
Titans, I could see.
Because they're going after like Aaron Rodgers. They're like not making it quiet that they're looking for a QB.
Who?
Titans.
Well, duh. It's
Yeah,
obvious.
it's obvious.
I mean,
They don't need to be discreet or
yeah. Who
it's
decided
obvious.
that?
See, I think some of these are hard. Like that one's a hard one because you don't know what's going to happen. And I think you can make a lot of speculations, but I don't think you're going to be right on this one. And I don't think anybody can be right because I still feel like Aaron Rodgers had his chance to go to Vegas as much as he does have a chance to go to the Jets, right? So it is a little bit more hard and controversial. So I think you can name a couple places that you think he'll end up. I can do a top three. I honestly could see him going to the Titans. I don't think that's a bad pickup at all. But that team has no one to pass to. So, like, good luck.
No, they do. They have Berkey. They trade away AJ Brown for him.
Like I said, nobody to fucking throw to.
Yeah, they're gonna have to draft or
If
make
I'm
some free
Jimmy,
agency moves
honestly, I
there.
don't even want to go to that situation. Because what are they going to do to pick up wide receivers? What are they going to do to do something to make it
And have they even hired their new OC? Because I think they got rid of that guy.
I know they're going to start Jordan Love in Green Bay, but do you have a nice backup?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm hearing, I'm listening, and you're not speaking.
What if you talked about the New England thing? What if they just said, no, let's just go to Tampa?
Oh.
They don't got a quarterback who was like Tom Brady and was supposed to be the replacement for Tom Brady.
He's pretty enough to be
He's
that.
pretty enough to be in Tampa. So I don't know. And
Tampa's definitely I would say they'd be in the mix for that.
Because who
The
is
Saints
their
are
coach
also
right
in
now?
talk, but I don't think
Yeah.
he would be a good place for that. I don't think they fit that.
No.
I like Tampa. That's a good one. Carolina.
I thought Carolina too, but I think Carolina might just draft somebody. Like they're such a young team. They fire sold last year. That like what would be the point of like doing that and then trying to bring in a quarterback to win now? Because he's not young.
No. Atlanta. There's
Yeah.
too many.
Yeah, I say
There's way
either
too
I say
many.
either Raiders or Tampa Bay. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, Raiders or Falcons. I once you said that, I
Falcons.
like that. So Raiders or Falcons.
Nice. I'm just gonna go with the mix of it. I think all three of those are really valid like options, but I think Vegas is gonna be the more likely unless that really
Mhm.
crazy deal goes through. Because I think hey, what a perfect combo. They've already worked together, haven't they? At the Patriots or no?
What?
He might have been
Trust
it.
Daniels.
McDaniels, was he there when
Daniels.
Garoppolo was there?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So they already work together and they know each other. It's gonna be a better system, better fit, and interesting duo with Devontae Adams and Jimmy Garoppolo.
And it would be this would all predicate on if Jimmy G can even play football again. Like I know he can play football again, but if he's gonna be healthy enough to last a full season.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Now
Yeah.
we're gonna go to
And as a Raiders team, do you even take that risk?
Yeah, that's the risk that you gotta take because now you have like a team that can win now per se.
See,
They're
if
so
Their defense is still
but if I'm
needs
Jimmy,
works.
dude, you're gonna be a backup somewhere. You're too injury prone. There's no if someone's drafting you as or picking you up as a starter, you got to question that team a little bit because he has no history of being consistently
hear me
healthy.
out. Raiders get Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love's starter. They're bringing Jimmy G as a backup.
At Green Bay,
You
like that one too?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Rodgers
like
is
it.
sold that he's staying in Green Bay, but I think we could talk about it all week. So
Let's go right into Rodgers then.
Yeah. Well, Rodgers isn't a free agent. He's still on contract.
Yeah, but he essentially is.
Yeah, because they're shopping him around. I mean,
if he goes back and says, "Hey, I want to be traded," they're going to trade him. So essentially, he is a free agent.
So, but like the thing is, do you think he wants to get traded? Because like if you really look at your options, you got the Jets and the Raiders. Like those are maybe the Titans, but they don't have anybody. Like who are you gonna bring? But they don't have anybody. I guess they have.
Yeah, they do. They have Mike Evans. He's on free agent.
He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that.
But like you have people and you have a good defense,
and you'd be following.
He wouldn't go to where. Yeah, exactly. He would not go there.
You can't follow Tom.
Hey, I was just saying.
Yeah, it's a good team, but like, so you think about it.
I think he stays.
Yeah, me too. Like I just don't see him leaving. Yeah. I think he's doing
the worst
all
case
this.
scenario for me, but I think he stays.
I think he's doing all this once again to just create more publicity, get more fame, get more people talking about him in the offseason. He's in darkness. He's in darkness. So I don't know. I think that's what happens. Lamar Jackson. If the Ravens don't pay this man, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
He's going to New York Jets and he's going to get paid hella money because they have the most cap space. They're so young and they have so much cap space and they have good weapons now to throw to him.
And And you know what, Ravens, I keep calling Raiders because I hate the Ravens. But hey, you know what? I hope that you trade. No, he's a free agent, so I hope he signs and then they drop Zach Wilson, then you have to pick up Zach Wilson, and now you
They do
have to play.
franchise tag him though.
Yeah, they will franchise him, and like so franchise tag. It sucks for the injury part, but he's getting paid. Like it really sucks for the injury part. Like I understand the injury part is like the really part that people hate about the franchise tag, but the money part is like there. Like why
it's
put
not.
him? Yeah, it is. It's
No,
the
it's not.
average. Yes, it is
No,
the average
it's not.
salary of the top 3 people. It's there. Like it's
not.
yes,
It's
it is.
you're thinking short term. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
If you
that's
look
what I'm
at long
saying.
term, it's there. But if he gets injured, he doesn't
That's what-
sign a 5-year contract for a 500 million. Like he
Listen,
doesn't sign that. But if he
I
gets,
understand.
yes,
I
but
get
that's
it.
not. No, it's not the same. Getting paid. Getting paid means I'm confirmed.
I
5
think
years, guaranteed money, motherfucker. This
well,
is money for
guaranteed
me.
is like hard. The only
But they
person
still
that's
guaranteed them
fully-
some money.
Yeah.
And that I bet you that's the hang up is the amount of the guaranteed.
Yeah,
100%.
because what? Because we got 284, 285, 285. Right, that was the number
For Deshaun?
yeah, 285,
No, I thought it was 235.
235.
That would be ridiculous to even do. If like
But he set a precedent and he was trash all year, and so now you're
And I heard that they were off about 185 or 140, so like above 100 mil in guaranteed money. Like they were off by that much as far as what the Ravens were offering and what he wanted.
and the thing is too, it's like that also plays a factor of that is your division rival right there. The Brown, look what the Browns did. It's right down the road.
Yeah.
Like look what they paid for a guy who hasn't played football in 2 years, and look what I've done with nobody.
I think the owner just doesn't want to put that kind of cash in escrow.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
He's gonna bite him in the ass.
It is because what do you do? Yeah,
Pick
what
up,
do you do?
Bless, pick up, trade for another spot. But like, I don't know. You're talking about the franchise tag, and that yes, he still technically makes a year worth of salary, but it can change everything.
Yeah,
like
100%.
if say he literally this season hurts his knee so bad where he can never play football again.
Yeah, it doesn't get paid.
You're not getting paid. Your longevity now done. All because well, that's why Le'Veon Bell wanted to sit out of a franchise tag, and there's a lot of issues with that. But I get it. 2 years in a row, I'd be pissed. But he's not 2 years in a row. This would be his first year on the franchise tag.
Le'Veon Bell was 2 years in a row.
Yeah, that would even make 1 year under 2 years.
It's just hard when you're like the franchise
back.
tag is a very hard thing too, because when you're a quarterback and you're trying to get paid in all accounts, like he's proved himself for the last 2 or 3 years. Like it's not like he's been bad, and so it's like, but also it's like look what he's been able to do with nobody.
And if he's smart, he could sit out a year and have so much money that he's still okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but then what are you doing now? Now it's like you look like a
reliability
team. Yeah, I don't know. I think that
XFL tear him up.
I think the Ravens just get over it and sign him, or franchise tag him. They franchise tag him and get over
he's
it.
gonna if he doesn't stay a Raven, we'll be super surprised.
I'd be very shocked if he doesn't stay a Raven. In some aspect.
Well, and think about this. This is
he gets tagged.
The most expensive quarterback the Ravens have ever had. I don't think they've ever really truly had like a.
You don't think Joey Flacco was like the guy?
Even what Trent Dilfer is the one that won him a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that defense won him the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Trent Dilfer did not win.
They've never had like a solid quarterback. Like Lamar. They haven't had a face at a quarterback position. It's always been their defense.
And what's funny about that is the only reason Lamar is playing is because Harbaugh was going to lose his job if he kept losing that season. So he's like, well, fuck it. Let's just throw in Lamar and take out Flacco, see what happens. It's the only reason he's playing. That's the only reason he got his start is because Harbaugh was like, I'm losing. They've already told me if I lose like this season, I'm out.
It's the smartest thing they ever did.
Yeah, smartest thing he ever did.
Well, smartest thing they ever did was trade for him in the 32nd pick. They was literally the last pick. It was sick. Anyways, continue. We can talk all about this, but
and then last but not least, the hot topic of Derek Carr.
Saints.
You think the Saints? No, he said no.
Why?
He said he didn't.
Well, he just said no because no.
Oh,
he said no to the trade because he doesn't want the Raiders getting anything, any sort of benefit. He feels wronged by them, so he ain't gonna let them get anything.
Is that why they cut him?
Yeah. So now if he wanted to, he could go sign with the Saints, and the Raiders wouldn't get a penny or any sort of compensation or picks. So the Saints are very much still in play.
So the Saints, but yeah, yeah.
He can also go to Tampa.
Yeah, you have the Jets, you have Tampa. Like
he could go to Tampa. I think he goes to the Jets, and I'm only saying that because I heard that when they met with him, they told him that he has first ballot Hall of Famer potential, and he just needs to win one. And I like it almost sound like they were really pitching themselves to him. So like, to me, they really want him. That wasn't just a hey, we're feeling you out type of a thing. It's also like, hey, you're feeling us out. You're a free agent and we're treating you like a hot commodity. Like, we're gonna pitch to you why the Jets should be your next home. So I'm gonna go with them.
because they're pitching so hard.
Do you believe that?
Do I believe what they said, or that they said it?
What that they said? Well, what they said.
No. First ballot, no. That's kind of off the table at this point. Can he win a Super Bowl?
If he
Hell
wins
yeah.
multiple Super Bowls, maybe different story, but not one.
Yeah, can he be a Hall of Famer? Hell yeah. First ballot, that's a bit of a stretch.
Well, if he goes to
but I
New
very
York
much
and
believe
wins,
that he has he has the talent to take that team that is stacked on both sides of the ball to
yeah,
a Super Bowl.
but who knows, man? I think he just
Where do you think?
who doesn't want to be a New York quarterback?
Wow.
Everybody.
I mean, it's just like I understand it's a lot
There's
of
pros
pressure.
and cons.
Yeah, a lot of pros and cons. But it's like, who doesn't want to be a Dallas Cowboys quarterback? Like that's like if you grew up watching football, maybe you hate the
Here's
Dallas
the
Cowboys,
difference.
but
Here's the difference. The Cowboys have a fan base that is pretty loyal. So you could go through a rough patch and 95% of the fans are still going to have your back and defend you. And because they know, like, you can come out of it. They know your potential. New York, you could have a stretch of like amazing games. And then if you just have one shitty game, they're ready to hang you in Manhattan. Like
Mike Williams having 3 good games, and then they're like, no, he's not our guy anymore.
Yeah, they were all about him until they weren't.
Howdy and shit. Yeah.
That's funny. I don't know. I just think
I think there's still tons of options that we're not
Yeah.
even thinking about, but like at the same time,
I mean, there's not a lot because you have a quarterback controversy over in Washington. They're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on in that. Like,
well, you go
locker
there,
room.
but like,
No, because they
who
have
they just signed as our head coach?
Who?
Who's our head coach?
No, they have a head coach. They signed the enemy as their offensive coordinator.
Their offensive coordinator,
Ron
which
Rivera's still head coach.
I told you last week.
You did.
Watch out for him just to go be an OC somewhere else.
And the thing about that though is like they have Wentz, they have Heineke, and then they have Sam, whatever his name is, that like played Howell, that played the last game.
Yeah, Sam Howell.
That played in the last game. It's just you get them all out to get Carr.
No, I'm not. I don't know if you get Carr, but get them all out. Like none of them did anything for you. At least
I don't know how much they owe Wentz.
They need to go after a quarterback, whether they're getting someone young and drafting them, or they're picking up an offseason just trade or this or that. They do need to go after somebody. The people who they have are not who they want. But anyways, we can talk about this. We're running backs now, right?
But we're on the running backs. I think this one's easy. Jamal Williams. I think he stays with Detroit. He is a Detroit lover.
Yeah, I think he stays for sure. I think it's.
He's drinking the Kool-Aid for sure, but 100%. Like you can just tell he's like into the franchise as much as everybody else is too with that whole Lions organization. All right,
yeah, back. And I think he really bought into the MCDC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I think
I went out there, but what I tried to say was it's an equal desire on both sides. He wants them, and I think they want him. So they'll make it happen.
And it's hard, and it's weird for the Lions to have that happen. Where they want a Lions team wants somebody, and they actually want back.
Hey, things are different.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
like it's changing. Like, did you see? I think it was St. Brown was trying to recruit Jalen Ramsey, who might be getting released here to come and play for the
Can you
Lions.
imagine?
So like these players are enjoying it so much that I think they actually have some clout when they go to
and
recruit.
what
Hey, look at
happened
what we
last
did with
season?
nobody.
Yeah, look at our back.
Mhm.
If we added you to our backfield, oh my god, dude! Like that back seven. If you just added Jalen Ramsey, that back four right there, would be so nice.
Yeah, because we got Jeff Okuda, who
Yeah.
like really came into his own this year, and then that rookie cornerback is the only person to ever pick off Rodgers 3 times in one season, and it should have been 4. One got called back, so I think he's got a lot of potential.
So there you go. Okay, we'll go on to Josh Jacobs. Do you think the Vegas sign him? Does he go somewhere?
They're gonna let him go.
Yeah, it's hard.
They
And
should sign him, but what you don't think?
No,
He
he's
just-
been a
he's-
lot. Again, he's one of those that have been a lot. He's been injured a lot. This was a great comeback year for him.
and he's been a
Right.
running back by committee his whole
Yeah.
fucking career there.
He's quiet. No one talks about him. He only read the league in rushing just because of consistency,
Thought you were talking about
probably,
me.
and like run. But like,
I thought he was
really,
too.
he's not.
Yeah, I just think that he goes to a team that maybe just needs a quarter or a running back, and like maybe like Carolina goes and picks him up or something, just to like maybe get some kind of like help for a rookie quarterback that they go and get, or like Houston goes and picks him up to get some help for
No,
like.
Houston's got Damian Pierce. They were.
That's
gonna keep-
right. That's right. They got but it's just like who. It'd be weird for the Raiders to sign him because he has literally been a running back by committee since
Rams?
he's been there. The Rams could pick him up, right?
Cardinals. need
Rams,
somebody.
yeah.
Cardinals
Cardinals
need
definitely
somebody.
need somebody.
Maybe you. No,
Shit,
maybe,
he could
maybe
be a
you.
good backup behind Cook and Vikings.
Yeah. Well, they have
Cook's been injured a lot,
Matson.
but like
They have Madison.
Yeah, they like him
he's
a lot
about to
too.
leave. I think he's a free agent this year.
Is he?
Is he up?
I'm not.
Well, there you go. Maybe they.
Maybe.
But I
they swap.
I bet you they could sign Madison for cheaper than they could Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, I think, was like you said, he had a great year this year.
Just quiet.
So he would
Almost-
definitely, I think,
I think he's on the move
demand
though.
more.
I don't know where he's going, but I think
Yeah,
he's on the move.
I don't think he stays.
I think that team needs a refresh, anyways. He's been through a lot with the Raiders. Think about everything they've been through with him specifically.
Black and silver. He bleeds it. That's what he's been with for a while.
Actually, I know where he's gonna go.
Where?
The Panthers.
That's what I said. I said Carolina.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
said the Panthers. You said Carolina.
Same thing. I just thought it would be like good for like if
Same,
they
but
go, if they go and draft a rookie quarterback, it's like
Same but
someone
different.
easy
Yeah.
to hand off to, and like he'll get yards for you, and he'll help you. Next, Barkley. We talked about him earlier in the show. Like, I think he stays. They'd be dumb
Yeah.
not to sign both of them, but like he's too good.
You get him on deal.
You think so? You think you get him on a team friendly deal? I mean,
he's another one who's been very
Yeah.
injury prone. This is the first year in a while that
But
he
it
was
looked
healthy the entire
fucking
year.
good. He looked so good for the entire year. Like, so if he
Oh, he did.
like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if he can just prove to them that like maybe they franchise him. and he
This would have been
proves
his
one more
second year of being healthy.
Yeah.
different.
I just think they
Totally.
franchise him. I think they signed
Right.
Danny Dimes and they franchise Barkley.
They probably do franchise him because it can't be that much. Running backs aren't
No.
getting that kind of money anymore, so
Nope.
it can't be that much.
Crazy. The running backs aren't getting
Yeah.
that kind of money.
And then last but not
Right.
least, what do the Cowboy running backs do? Tony Pollard is up for a free agency. Do they sign Zeke Elliott again, or do they restructure Zeke Elliott? Do they trade Zeke Elliott? Do they?
No,
Just
they won't
sign
trade him. They'll
Tony.
restructure him though.
Yeah.
'Cause no one wants him like that.
Yeah.
But he's not taking the workload anymore, so they'll restructure him. He won't be the starter. Chris, did you hear that?
Damn straight.
I don't think he'll be the starter, but I don't know if Tony signs with us. And he's coming off a season.
Oh, really?
He's coming off a season-ending injury. Like he got injured in the very last game, and it was actually a pretty significant injury. So that's also like having to come back. The Cowboys running back committee is going to be very interesting this next 4 to 6 months because they really depends on what they're going to do. Like, I think first things you have to reevaluate Zeke. Hey, can we get money for him from somewhere else? Can we get good picks from him somewhere else and let him go? I mean, shit. Or do we restructure him?
But who would even want an old Zeke running back? Like, he's like older.
Be surprised, dude.
I guess you're not wrong.
Think about how many teams have made really poor decisions.
He won't go anywhere where he's like the one guy.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere. It's just him. He'll go somewhere where he's a part of a committee, but I think he restructures and stays.
He likes Dallas. They like him.
Yeah.
And Cowboy fans love
said
him.
that they want him.
Yeah. What's up?
Cowboy
Actually,
fans love him.
No,
a lot of them do, but I was
Yeah.
starting to see a lot of like anti-Zeke stuff. Like when reports came out yesterday or today, that like other teams wouldn't be that interested in him. And there was a potential for him to get released. I was seeing a lot of Cowboy comments like, good, we don't need him anymore. We got Pollard. But then you saw a lot of them who were like, hey, like, don't do that to Zeke. Like,
I like him. He was drafted by us, and he did do very well with us in the very, very beginning, right?
Yeah, he did.
Like super well. Had a great start, but just, I mean, I think between the allegation thing kept him out a little bit, kind of messed with him a little bit. Then he got injured and really wasn't keeping his speed. He just
got fat.
But he trimmed down.
He did, but he
doesn't.
Fat.
Old Zeke was a hard-nosed runner. You're going to give him the ball 40 times, and he was going to fucking run it down your throat until you just couldn't stop
annoying
anymore. But now he doesn't do that. They don't use him like that. So his effectiveness isn't as effective because he doesn't get the ball 40 times a game.
Yeah.
Right. And that's also what helped Dak.
I think
that's the other thing about Kellen Moore that I hated was he kept the ball in Dak's hands, which give the ball, like we're a run style offense. We've always been that. And you took us away from that. To trust Dak. Like, I like Dak, but like, you don't give him the ball 50 times.
He needs the run game for sure.
Everybody needs it. There are hardly
Everyone
any quarterbacks that actually can physically do like Tom Brady is one of those people where he could probably throw the ball 50 times and make it work. But even in certain situations, they need a running back to help alleviate or trick and play. And like, hey, dude, if you're a run game working today, let's do that. No, like, you can't always be passing.
I feel that, bro. When we had the last 3 years with Ben, we would throw it 55 times a game. Our short passes was our run game because we just didn't have a running back and our offense couldn't really hold. It's rough. It's horrible. Like, you're like, cool, like we're making the playoffs, but it's like we can't do anything because our run game is like, hey, a 2-yard out. That's our running game.
2-yard
cool.
Out. Fucking out of the backfield swing.
Literally, like that's like what our running game was. Like we didn't have
wide receiver screen. That could be a
so yeah, I think he stays though. I think he likes Dallas.
Who are you talking, Zeke?
Pollard. No, I think Pollard stays.
214 is the area code in Dallas, and that's the numbers of Zeke and Dak. That's why everybody made it a big deal at one point.
Oh, that is true. I think Zeke stays, gets restructured. I think Pollard stays, but I think he gets tagged. I think Dallas is going to want to see how he looks after that injury. Yeah. And you can pretty much point to when Zeke sat out for his contract and then got the contract, that's when he fell off. Yeah. Oddly, like as soon as he got that, he wasn't the same Zeke out there anymore. And so I think Dallas wants to be very careful with that. Yeah. So they're definitely going to at least see how he looks after this injury. One more prove it year, and then he'll get the
because when Zeke was drafted at number 4, mind you, he was the 4th round pick by the Cowboys.
It's kind of crazy.
4th overall pick.
Yes, 4th overall pick. Excuse me. And they thought he was the second coming of like Emmitt Smith. That's literally what I think the Cowboys fans and Jerry Jones both thought he would be.
Yeah,
he tore it up good. And 4 years later, you look, I don't know, 4 years after when he got his big money deal, and he just, like you said,
hasn't been the same.
Hasn't been the same.
Okay, cool. We're gonna move on to wide receivers. We've got probably one of my least favorite wide receivers on my free agency, and that is Juju.
No, I don't know where he goes. I don't care where he goes. I don't think.
Mr. I won the Super Bowl. Which I mean he did.
Cool.
He's annoying. I think he stays in Kansas City.
I don't
He
care
ain't
where he
getting
goes.
top wide receiver money,
No,
but he's staying in. He's getting a multi-year deal
you
with
think so?
Kansas City. Yeah.
Good for him. I don't like him, but good for him.
I think it goes back to the Steelers as a number one. And
Dude, if he went back to the
contract. But truthfully, I don't even think we talk about Juju because I think like Chris makes a good point, but like really, he's not a number one. He's not no one important. Who's next on your list? There's got to be someone better than Juju.
Oh, 100%. Alan Lazar, the number one for Green Bay.
Green Bay, he stays.
He stays.
Okay. We've got
Again, not top money, but he's staying.
Jacoby
Yeah, 'cause he's
Myers.
not number one.
Jacoby Myers did not really play that well.
That's not a
Played
number one
good.
either.
He's technically the number one for New England.
But he's not a number one.
But he's technically the number one for New England.
Technically, and is and isn't the
Yeah.
same.
Okay. And then I think
if you say he's a number one, you're comparing him to Devontae Adams,
yeah,
and people like that.
I'm just saying he is the number one for his team. That's all I'm saying. And I think the biggest one that we still might not find an answer on OBJ. Where the fuck does he go?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you, bro. Like I could not tell you.
So he really pissed me off this year because there kept being this like hype of like, oh, he's gonna sign like any day now. And then like especially when the Cowboys rumors popped up, it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna sign with the Cowboys soon. So I paid money in a fantasy league that requires you to paid $5 to pick him up, thinking, oh shit, because
we know this story.
He's about to tear it up, go take me through the playoffs. And I thought I was going to end up losing money with how I finished in the league. Luckily, I did not. I actually made a little money.
Me too, man. Thank God for fantasy football.
For making me waste that. So I don't give a fuck where he goes.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck where he goes either.
I think he goes Cowboys.
You think he, after all this, finally signs with the Cowboys?
Yeah, 1 year deal.
Oh my gosh, dude. I don't really care. I just put him on here because I know it's controversy.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the Cowboys being like, all right, next year.
Does he even play though?
Is our year.
Talking about
if he wants to win a Super Bowl, he's gonna have more chances with us than he's gonna be with the Giants.
Yeah,
that was the other team that he was thinking about going to.
Yeah. I know he wanted to go back home, but yeah, no, better chance with the Cowboys.
Cool. I think that's all the free agents I had for you. We spent a lot of time on that. We're gonna go to one of the wildest things I've seen in football in a while. I forget how crazy the XFL is. After not seeing it for a minute, because it started in 2020 and then like ended and then now started back up last week. Right? Is that
and its first edition was back in like 01.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. The original where they freaking ran at the ball and had to, that's how you got the kickoff.
Yeah, they were definitely way different back then.
Yes.
But I did catch a little bit of the highlights of the XFL.
Same.
And I thought that the implementation of the 4th and 15 instead of an onside kick was a lot of fun.
Yeah, very fun. So what
I
happens?
think that's something you could see the NFL steal.
If you do that, if you don't make it, if you make it, where do you get the ball? At that spot, or you make it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you don't make it, does the other team just get the ball on their like whatever 50-yard, 45-yard line, or wherever you stop them?
No, I think they would get it wherever you're stopped.
Okay, cool.
I don't know because we watched it be successful.
Yes, I have no idea. And the whole scoring system is freaking wild that you can go for 3 points on a 15-yard try.
I also love that.
That was fucking wild, dude. Like 3 points on a 15.
I think it makes the game more exciting. And there's a lot of people who are bored like with the kicking, especially the extra points, especially when you're a team like the Chicago Bears or the Cowboys. Stop, Alex, stop pointing.
But
Hey,
and that's
on
cool.
me.
It's only in the fourth quarter you're allowed to do it. So you can't do
Oh,
it
okay.
halfway through the game. It's
Oh,
only in
okay.
the fourth quarter that you can do that. And you start at the 25.
I
and
like
you get
that.
4th and 15.
At-
I'm trying to think what it
Yeah,
is.
the 3-point conversion's hella weird. I like it. It's just hella weird. Like you can just get like a field goal after scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, but technically,
Like a
you're topping those 3 onto 6 points.
yeah, so it's like
Instead of 7. So it's a 9-point play.
it's a 9-point play. That's not bad.
Yeah. So you score a touchdown, you could either have a 9-point play, an 8-point play, a 1-point play, or botch it and just end up with 6 points, which I think I like that.
It was fun. It was wild though to watch that. I know we're all talking about the St. Louis one. AJ McCarron showing who he is. Finally, like
He was throwing darts.
yeah, he was. He was. Hey,
Lasers.
It was so wild because he went to Cincinnati, and you know when you're in that division, all you hear is like McCarron's the next, McCarron's the next, and then like it just didn't pan out for him in the NFL.
They still had Andy Dalton. That was the worst
Yeah,
part.
I understand they still had Andy Dalton, but like still, I mean,
Yeah.
even they still had him. He was a backup forever there, and then you know. It was wild, but I guess everything works out because then they got Joey B, just kind of trash because I like him.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it was a good game. That was the most crazy game because they did everything within the new rules to achieve the win. Like the 3 points rather than 2 or 1. Like you can't do that in the NFL. Then they went for the 4th and 15. Like anything that could have literally helped them win, they did and were successful on one, which is crazy to think about. Because if you're the other team, don't you feel like you got that in the bag? And then all of a sudden, like,
yeah,
you're like, oh shit. But it was cool just to see. I mean, I think there's a couple things. One, less teams, which kind of makes it like not games are a little bit more like, okay, we can watch this one, then you watch there's not so many multiples. 2, you love seeing The Rock go all to all these different like venues and stuff and support. Like he was the 54th man.
yep,
Yeah.
the 54. And that how many players do they allow on the? Isn't it 54?
53.
Oh
No, it's 53.
no,
Yeah,
no,
he's
on the XFL.
He's saying he's
no 53.
Oh, they still only
53.
allow
I think it's
53?
the
Okay.
same
He's saying he's the
53 man
54th because
roster.
it's like it's the thing he never got.
He's the first to get
No,
cut.
I understand. I understood that, but I thought that the XFL also added like since it's like the first to get cut, is it the 54th now?
No, it's just his more emotional tie to
And
it.
is he the only owner, or is it like
No, they
multiple
have
people?
multiple.
No, he's an owner with his like ex partner, Danny Garcia, and I believe there's other investors.
Is that the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's other investors, but definitely, I mean, they were all at the games, but he's definitely, I think, the big name, the face. He's the one that's going to help it get a lot more attention, which is smart of him, honestly,
Bro,
to attend these games. He does stuff in the Super Bowl. He does stuff with football, so 100%. Like it was smart that they had him.
you know what cracked me up most though?
What?
When they took away the beer snake, and so they got so mad that they started throwing
They
lemons on
threw lemons. Yeah.
Lemons.
It's gonna be funny.
Do you know who the head coach is for the San Antonio one?
Oh yeah, of course, Mr. Hines
Oh.
Ward.
Yeah,
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, me
there are
too.
a lot of cool.
There's
fucking-
actually there's a lot of cool coaches
Wade
for
Phillips
the
is
XFL.
out there.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that was funny.
Oh,
Wade Phillips, the Roughnecks,
the
still in
Roughneck.
Texas.
The Bahamas. That's what they are, right? That's what
The
what
Brahmas or something
the
like
The
that.
Baramas.
they're Bahamas. Sorry, I don't know what the fuck a Bahama is.
It's a bull.
Oh, is it?
That's what The Rock always called himself. He called himself the Barama Bull. And so that's
Oh.
where the name comes from.
That's
I'm
cool.
Sure.
Come on, Alex.
Hey, look at that. Me, trying to learn things. But yeah, it was fun. it was a good time. Didn't weren't the Bahamas the one that led up all those points on
You had to lose the same.
Yeah.
to lose to
Yeah.
St. Louis? Wasn't that like the thing? But yeah, it's fun
funny.
to
The
it's
Sea
fun to
Dragons
see.
have Cowboys Ben DiNucci.
Ben DiNucci.
Yeah. They didn't look bad. I did buy tickets, so I'm gonna go to the game. I'm going to one of the later games, like the end of the games of the season.
Okay.
Cool.
I bought some tickets to go. They were pretty inexpensive, but I figured, hey, I love football. It's during a good time.
Where is it for you?
CenturyLink.
Oh, okay, it is there. Cool.
They just won't fill it up, but they'll fill up
Yeah.
the bottom part for sure. But I mean, still have fun. Like it's something to
Yeah.
do. Go watch some football. Done.
Yeah, I saw some people like criticizing the amount of fans there, like, oh, hundreds of fans, so cool. And it's like, yeah, they're fucking brand spanking new. Like, you really think the NFL started out with these stadiums? No,
No,
not at all.
Right.
it's just wild still to see the play that happened. That like, it's just that was a good game. That it's gonna be fun to see. It's gonna be fun to see what happens like with them.
Yeah, the XFL will be super fun. But I honestly I wish it luck, and I think it's smart. It's the G League, it's the minor leagues for football. And I think at the end of the day, for all the football fans that still want to watch football, like they're smart to
Good
do it at a different time. Don't do
XFL
it
and
during the season.
USFL.
Yep. And then this gives these players an opportunity to even get sought out. Rather than drafting, they may pick up from there. Right. Because you can actually get to see talent in gameplay. That's the big thing.
Yep.
A lot of people get really like they're different in practice than they are in the game. But to get in the game, they have to have the opportunity. So this is an opportunity.
And you're actually getting coached by like actual NFL coaches and NFL players. Like these are people who have real knowledge of what's going on in the game.
And connections.
Yeah.
Hey, this dude works his butt off. Like, right, he's gonna vouch for you. He's gonna do these things. It's smart and it's really exciting. I hope it continues to go through. I obviously got to watch a lot of it, which was great. But even the teams, like they're different. The names are different, but the jerseys are all right. They're cool, they're unique. Like, I did like the copper and the green of the Sea Dragons. Like, I think those are just cool. The Renegades, that bright blue and red, like it's just cool colors.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. I'm excited for. I'm excited to see what happens with it. I mean, like you said, I think it's going to be a perfect G League or like a perfect like, hey, you didn't make the NFL, come play in the not the CFL, come play in the XFL, like stay in America.
Well, they brought back obviously the USFL.
Yeah,
But I don't know when
Yeah.
that starts, and I don't know
April.
what teams are what, and that
Michigan Panthers, baby.
hell yeah. It starts
Does Seattle have a team
in
too?
April. I don't think so. I think they only
I
have
don't
the Sea
know.
Dragons.
That's the one thing that bummed me out about the XFL is like I don't even know who I would even
Yeah, I don't even know who
root
I
for
would
because there's
even-
no like there's no
Yeah,
Michigan team, there's no Arizona team, so
yeah, there's a St. Louis, a Seattle, an Arlington, a Houston, a DC, a San Antonio, and then a Vegas and an Orlando.
Well, even the USFL isn't that big. They only have
Oh,
one,
no.
no.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh,
Yeah,
you
they
guys
have
are-
the Birmingham
One's-
Stallions. What?
One is going to buy the other out.
Oh, eventually
May
for
not
sure.
be now, but in the
There,
next
it's going to
5
be
years.
like the NFL and the AFL. So there's
Mhm.
eventually going to be a merger. It's a competition of who's going to grow faster to overtake the other one.
And they're all in different cities. Like, no, the XFL is not in the same cities as the USFL, and the USFL is not in the same
Right.
cities as the XFL.
I
So
like
it's
that
like
the
it's set up
XFL
for that.
XFL is more spread out. This
Mhm.
USFL is all East Coast.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
south. It's
Or
like
this
all
East you have is Texas,
west, right?
West.
Houston.
No.
Yeah, the farthest west you have is Texas, and the farthest east you have is New Jersey. But then you have like
It's pretty east.
you have like well, no, but you have like Texas, Alabama, Tennessee, New Orleans, and then you have Michigan, New Jersey, Philadelphia, and Pittsburgh.
That's
So you have like the
crazy.
two conferences, like the Northeast and then the South. It's gonna be fun to see. They start off. I think they start up in April.
April 15th. So when the XFL ends, they start.
Oh,
basically.
good.
So we get a lot of football now year round.
Yes.
I
Yeah, it's
love it.
fun. And like they said, like it's gonna be a lot of fun to see. What didn't what's his name? The guy who took Cardell Jones, didn't he play in the USFL
Yeah.
last year, right?
Yep.
Who?
I don't know how well he did, but yeah,
I don't
he
either.
was
Cardell
he was in
Jones,
the league.
the
He actually
guy
played?
from Alabama. Yeah, guy from Alabama that took him and then did nothing.
Cardell
But yeah.
Jones?
Yeah, Cardell Jones. Is that his name?
Yeah. What school do you go to?
No,
Alabama.
he went to Ohio State.
Ohio State. Yeah.
Yes.
Who
Shut
was the?
It was supposed to be funny. We were gonna get him in the moment. Look, now he looks like he knows.
Yeah.
I do know.
Yeah. The Alabama quarterback. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, him.
Dude, like I said, I'm
That's
like you said,
AJ
we're
McCarron.
no. I wasn't thinking about him. It like I said, it's the who was the guy that played for Alabama? Never mind, I'll figure it out later. We've got speaking of college, we've got March Madness coming up, so we're gonna have a bracket. We're gonna have some tourneys. I would give you guys each $5 if you could tell me who the number 1 seed is right now without looking it up.
Alabama,
Nope,
or do they fall?
they fell.
Give me area of the country.
No. Who's the number 1 seed?
Georgetown.
No, I don't think so. I don't even know who the number 1 seed is, but
Florida.
I don't know. Like I said, don't know.
Duke.
So you don't even know, but you already told me
asking?
I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I saw
Yeah.
Alabama. Alabama was 2.
Oh, okay.
Like, I know that for sure.
They were number 1 last week.
Yeah, it's Houston. They were number 1
Oh,
last.
okay.
They literally just they Houston and Alabama just swapped.
Gotcha.
Arizona's number 7. Tennessee's 11. Purdue's like 5. Good for them, dude.
Purdue's always good.
Yeah. Xavier is 16, always good.
Georgetown's not even in the top 5.
Nah.
Why are you gonna say anything?
Iowa State is 23. TCU is 24. It's gonna be fun though. March Madness is always a good time. Always a fun time. Come do a bracket with us. Come have some fun. And we've got some changes to baseball though. We've got bigger bags and a ghost runner. What do you boys think of this? Don't understand the whole bigger bags thing. Is just making rounding bases easier.
Yeah, it makes getting on base easier.
Oh, on base easier. I guess because it's more plate.
It's a bigger object to touch.
How much bigger did they make it? Like a significant amount?
I believe I could be wrong on this. I believe the original bases were 18-inch sides, and now this is like 24-inch side. Oh, they were 15 to 18. Okay.
Oh wow, they were.
I was about to really butcher that. Yeah, so 15-inch sides to 18-inch sides.
Add an extra 1.5 inches on each side, basically.
3 inches on each side, bud.
No, no, not on each side. 3 inches total. 15 to 18, bro.
Okay.
1.5 inches on each
I
side.
see what you're saying.
I'm saying like if you go to the left or the right, yeah.
Well, actually, it wouldn't even be 1.5 inches on each side because that means you're growing them weirdly and rectangularly. It's going to be even worse than that. So if it's only 3,
Oh, you're not wrong.
let's go, guys. 3 divided by 4. What is that? 75. That's 0.75 inches per side.
Hey, you're killing it.
So there's both the.
So I just froze, and then it came back to you going, "What's 3 divided by 4, guys?"
Let's do some quick math. These ones are easy. It's just a percentage.
75%. Yeah, and then the ghost runner.
Well, explain what that is.
So basically, starting extra innings, 10th inning and on, a runner will automatically go to second base. So if you hit a double, technically you would technically score if your runner is fast enough. Which I'm guessing you'll put a fast runner on your ghost base.
Yeah.
Well, both changes, just like they're trying to make the offense as exciting as possible. They understand that the sport is dwindling, and so that's why they've also been messing with the ball. Like past like decade, they've been really tweaking with the ball in the last few years, especially trying to. I mean, why do you think Aaron Judge cranked out record number of home runs this past year? I don't think he got 60. He only tied it? No, he broke it.
Did he break it? No, he broke. Did he?
He broke it.
Okay.
So I think all and the ghost runner, kind of eliminates.
No, he got 62.
Chances of having. He got 62, and that was
it.
Then the record had to have been 61.
Yeah. So the only reason I remember that is because
60.
someone was like selling the
62nd
baseball or something like that.
Gotcha.
It was a big thing.
So, all in all, I think they're okay changes. I see why a lot of die-hard baseball fans aren't happy with the bigger bases, but I don't really care.
Now, 3 inches in grand scheme of things isn't that much.
I mean, it's a lot. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
The 3 inches in the grand, from a base standpoint, it more is just like mental.
Still a lot to me.
Then the ghost runner, dude,
just gonna make extra innings longer. Shorter.
right? Shorter, because you're not gonna get 16 innings. You're not gonna get 20. Like, dude, some of those, like we were just talking about before we jumped on, like the big Mariners, Houston game, the one that were just like grinding it out. What would have been the difference, right? They could have been could have been over in 2 extra innings, and Mariners could have won because it just had someone on base.
Literally.
But it does change. It changes the whole dynamic of the sport and the overtime rules, basically.
Yeah, and it just helps. Like I guess all sports are really changing their overtime rules.
Well, they're old and out of date, right? Like
True.
no one wants to sit there. I love everybody. I'm not sitting there. As soon as it's because the 13 innings, I'm done. I'm turning off the TV. I ain't watching shit.
You got to 13, but I got to like 6.
No, I didn't watch any of them.
Oh,
period. Because I love baseball for the sport that it is, but I do find very boring to watch on TV.
It's a fun atmosphere to go to.
Yeah, because you're just drinking beers, eating peanuts, and fucking
hot
cheering.
dogs and yelling at people.
Exactly. And so, but it's a slow moving sport. It's more of like a chill sport, right? But yeah, no one wants to watch that for that many innings.
And once again, it is probably the longest sport to watch. The 9 innings is insane.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's a good move for them. I guess it's just to get more high-powered offense, more numbers on the board.
Good. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting.
And then we're moving to the last sport that we got for you guys today, because all of us are tired and you can tell. And that is basketball.
I keep losing connection.
Yeah, Chris is frozen constantly, and I'm still recovering from my week.
Yeah, I just been going all day. Started at 6 a.m. and now here we are at 9:30.
Alex got on this podcast after a workout. I'm sweating. I can't stop sweating.
Yeah, I was sweating, bro. I couldn't stop sweating.
I can't stop sweating, guys.
But
came on shirtless with his head.
Yeah, the All-Star game was here. Not here. The All-Star game happened.
All right, let me talk to you real quick about this.
Yeah, I didn't
I was
watch
so
it,
pissed.
so you do it.
No, we can talk about basketball too. Well, NHL also played, so you can always talk about that. And there was actually a pretty big trade from, I believe, someone from the St. Louis Blues went to the Bruins, and it was one of their good players.
Yeah, they picked up Craig Jones. I think his name's Craig Jones.
So my sisters in-laws, right? They are really into hockey, and so they were telling us all about it. But I went to Vegas, and I was so excited because in Washington you can't bet. Just is the rules, laws here, whatever. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I get to go actually do some bets. I'm gonna put some money on some games, put my money where my mouth is. And then I got there and I'm looking on all these apps and I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, where the hell is the NBA? I can't locate it to save my life. And then I find something that's just odds about who's gonna win and who's not. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? And that's when I realized it was All-Star weekend.
You can't do it.
And I couldn't bet on nobody.
Because it was All-Star weekend.
There was no All-Star game.
Yeah.
I couldn't bet on the All-Star. I couldn't bet on the 3-point shooter. I could have, I guess, if I went to a thing, but I just want to do it on an app. I didn't want to fucking do
you couldn't do it on that. What app were you using, bro?
Well,
I downloaded multiple. I downloaded DraftKings and Caesars because I have a Caesar reward, right? But anyways, long story short,
is it because like Vegas is like weird about?
It's because you're in Vegas.
Yeah, they want you to.
They want you to use the casinos.
Yeah, but I wanted to do it from the app because I wanted to feel cool. But either way,
I understand.
I'm super pissed. I wanted to even bet on more games. I could have bet on more basketball games and $5 here, $5 there. I felt pretty confident that I would win some. But yeah, they kind of pissed me off. So, but it was overall really eventful All-Star weekend. I think no one would have predicted the way it was go. They didn't get as much hype as I think it has in the past. For sure. I think not knowing who was on each team before kind of messed with the hype behind it too. Like
because you didn't have the buildup of like the matchups.
100%. And then people are like, because it doesn't get anybody excited. Like you're waiting till the moment of, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's who's pairing up with who, and blah 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 blah. Like where the week going into it, you're like, oh, okay, sweet. These players are playing against each other, and they start talking a little crap and stuff, right? It's a little bit more of there's a buildup.
So I've been thinking about
like the foreplay, you know.
I've been thinking about that. What they could have done better is the week before, your coach each day drafts like that position or whatever, right? Or like tells you who's gonna start that position, and you have like a little trash talk between those two. And then your point guards get into it. If you're gonna like do it at the very
end, you got to back
up.
You got reserves and stuff like that, and you still have to draft.
But you do that. You do that when you get there, whatever. But like your starters, like you know who they are the moment you walk in that arena. But you've done it over a week, and so you've built up the hype. You've had some people say like, "Oh, this point guard's going against this point guard." If they want to do it like they're doing this year, it's dumb either way. I think that they should do like I thought the draft was really funny when LeBron and KD did it live.
Yeah, that's fun.
Maybe that was just funny because they were trying to get him to pick James Harden, right?
Yeah.
And no, that was pretty funny. So that was just good. That was just good. But I thought it was fun to see that. It was actually fun to watch that.
But that's exactly what you said, right? It's humorous. It's fun to watch, and it's a whole nother event the weekend before. So it's
Yeah.
not like the week. It just again build up. It gives that
So,
anticipation. Want to be a part of it.
Did they do East and West teams, or was like people like mixed
No,
together?
you just draft. Yeah.
Mm.
It's Team Giannis and Team LeBron.
They've really gone away from this East West. Like they're like one of the only people that have done it.
I like it.
I mean, it's cool. Like but it's like you said, it's like weird. Like how do they do it in a correct way that makes people
Basketball's easy.
excited? Well,
5
obviously, like,
people.
huh?
It's only 5 people.
No. I'm saying like in an exciting way that makes people excited to watch the All-Star game. I'm gonna tell you, I saw no ads for the All-Star game. Nothing. I think that's why I forgot that it was on because I saw nothing about the All-Star game.
Probably same. And I mean, same because like I didn't realize until I was fucking there. Obviously you heard a lot about it coming into it and like
Yeah.
snubs and stuff, but then I would agree. I guess I didn't realize and hear a lot of it. And I think that's part of it, right? They're just you lose all that stuff. But overall it was still really exciting. Again, so much hype around what's his face? McClung. What did I call him? Matt McClung. There was so much hype on his dunk contest, which his dunks were pretty freaking cool, actually. I think well deserved that win, but I didn't see any other dunk.
That I think that's why people said that they ruined it because it was just they only showed his.
Yeah, I was looking on social media for stuff, and like typically when I scroll through, I'll see like 2 or 3 like different people, but I don't even think anybody got close to like beating him.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even know who was in the dunk contest. I don't even know who was in the 3-point shooting contest. Like
I had to look that up.
I heard literally nothing about this All-Star weekend. It was a very weird All-Star weekend.
Would you say they agree, Chris? I know you're trying not to talk because you're going in and out.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think normally out of all the major American viewing sports, that as far as all-star weekends go, the NBA has always had like the best one.
Always.
It's always been the most talked about, all the contests and the game itself. But yeah, this year it felt very like lacking.
Yeah, it was weird.
This may be something I should have looked up prior to it, but are they doing points or are they doing quarters? Is it like the first team to 182 points?
No, I think they were doing well.
Because
no,
I
think
know
they were doing quarters.
I think recently they've changed it to like this team scores 159 points and they win.
And I'll double check real quick.
I know they did that.
The score. I know it was a crazy high score.
Well, I understand that, but I know they did that one year. Like this team, when you get to this point total, you win the game. I have no idea what it was.
No, because I saw Damian hit like a game winner.
I'm not saying it was this year. I'm saying it happened.
But there has been a past game where they did it by total points, and I like that. So, but I'm hold on. I don't understand that at all. All right, this is kind of confusing, so I'm just gonna read this. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, dude, read it away, bro.
Okay. So this is just how's that NBA All-Star game scored. Remember that All-Star games now use ELAM scoring in the fourth quarter, which in the case means the game ends when one team scores the equivalent of the winning team's score through 3 quarters. Plus 24. I don't know if I know what that means.
So that means like whatever the equivalent of the two numbers total. So if it's like 80 and 80 going into the fourth quarter, they're like 160 would be like.
Oh, yeah.
But that would be a crazy high number.
Well, that's exactly what it is. So maybe that's what happened.
Because that's like a crazy high number. Like if you have to do.
They get 3 quarters, and then at the end, the team starts with 0 points in a 12-minute quarter. Oh, I don't know. Hold on. This is so crazy.
Wait a minute. What? See, this is they're making. I think what happened with the NBA is they tried to get away from simplicity is best, and they're trying to make it so complicated and trying to do so many.
So the winner again will be decided by a target score and not a running clock during the fourth quarter.
Also, they just fucking play for the fourth quarter.
That's
Yep.
weird.
And then the winner of that team donated 75,000. But the cumulative blah blah blah.
Cumulative?
Can't speak. Yes, Alex. Score comes into play in the fourth quarter. At the start of the period, the team that's winning with the cumulative score will add 24 points to their total, and that becomes the target score that will decide the game. For example, say a team LeBron leads 150 to 140 at the end of 3 quarters, the target score will be set to 174. So they're adding 24 on. The first team to hit 174 wins.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more
NBA
sense.
uses 24 as a way to honor Kobe.
That makes a lot more sense. It makes a lot more sense. So you literally just need like fucking 10 three pointers.
So
not even
winners. We talked about McClung. Let's talk about his dunks. First off, you guys watched them all.
I watched some of them. They were insane.
Insane. Really
I saw them. Yeah.
And he's short. He's not tall.
Shaq was like,
yeah, it was kind of insane.
What were you saying about Shaq? Because I wanted to say something on that too.
I was just saying, I loved his reaction. He was just
would you hear him hype him up?
Yeah. He told him, go out there and win it.
Yeah, make a name for yourself, dude. I mean, he's 6'2", white dude. That was fun. Like, that was cool. That was interesting. Just different. And I think his dunks also were very unique in their own. Like, I don't think you've seen a lot of them like that. I like that he literally went up on one, like touched the rim, bring it back, and still dunk. I was like, damn. Technically his 540, people were complaining that it was only a 360. It wasn't a 540.
Yeah.
Got Tony Hawk involved to say, oh no, that's a 540 in my book.
Well,
so that was cool.
Originally, when it first happened, I saw it reported as a 900.
Oh my god!
And I was like, no. That was definitely a 540.
Yeah, but still, so many rotations. Fucking still doing it. Yeah. 3-point contest was Damian Lillard is who won. Did not watch any of the 3-point. All I saw was Julius Randle try to shoot, and his kid made fun of him. So that was kind of funny.
That's hella funny.
And then you get to the All-Star game itself. There's only 2 complaints I have about the All-Star game.
Okay, what are they?
One, I get it. It's not real competitive basketball, but in my competitive nature, you are not going to score on me that easy. It's a demeanor, it's a mindset, and I hate that they don't play defense on the All-Star game.
We're not trying to get hurt, bro.
I don't care.
It's mid-season. Like, I think the NFL does it the right way, where it's at the end of the season. No one's going to get hurt. It's whatever.
You're an all-star for a reason.
But how do you pick an all-star mid-season? That's what I want to know.
Where they're currently at in the season. It's all, but that's again, you bring up some very, very, very valid points, and they could. But that's again, it's just elevation. But even the NHL does it middle of the season.
Yeah, no.
MLB does it in the middle of the season. The only sports program that doesn't is football, but football's a lot more injury riddled and serious. Like I think hockey actually would be the next one after that people probably get like hell injured. But like in basketball, the people do get injured. Don't get me wrong. That's where LeBron fucking stopped playing halfway through the game because he hurt his finger because he tried to block a dunk and it literally went into a freaking rim and like, what?
That was just funny.
Why is it so funny, Chris? Because he didn't want to play after that.
Yeah,
you're such a bitch. But like, I don't like that. Like, you can say what you want about injuries and stuff like that, dude. It's a show.
Yeah, and they're entertainers.
I like that they went out there and were scoring like from deep threes and stuff like that. Like that, those are entertaining. But once you get into the paint, I ain't giving you a free layup. I ain't giving you this. Like, I just don't like that. That's my own mental space. That's my competitor edge, I guess. But like, I don't play that many games in a season, so maybe at that point I'd be like, yeah, this is for fun. But it's so high scoring.
Yeah. Crazy high scoring.
You can tell Alex is 110% out of this conversation. He does not give a fuck what's going to be said next. Look at him.
I just don't care about basketball, but I'm also on over here looking at the dunks again. Fucking insane.
It is insane. But yeah, so and dude, Jason Tatum won MVP with 55 points. That's cool.
Yeah.
Is that the Kobe award, right? No.
Yep.
Okay.
It is.
55 points. That's I mean, even in just like a pickup game, that's still kind of insane.
Ever by a Celtic, but again, it's so much different now than it was then. So it's all hard. It's so hard.
Yeah, but he'll never be a Celtic that won the 3-point contest in a warm-up jacket. Still kind of insane.
overall, I think it was more fun and it was cool just to have a little bit different and like cool to see all those players play with each other. But I mean, it really wasn't. They didn't get that much hype. It wasn't. I don't know. It was really quiet this year. At least that's what I felt like. In previous years, I've seen more about it, and this is the one year I actually wanted to pay attention, and I forgot about it.
And I'm also done with LeBron being a captain.
Say again.
He's always gonna be.
I'm done with LeBron. I'm done with LeBron.
You can't
being a
yawn. You got me
captain.
yawning.
I mean a little bit too. Like let somebody else have it. Like, but hey, it's so hard when he is you guys can't say it, but he's a face of the NBA at certain
Oh,
time.
100%. There is no way he's not the face of the NBA right now.
So it's really hard to take that away, but like I agree. Take him out.
I saw this
every other year or something.
Yeah, I saw this hella funny edit. It was LeBron James on his last like his like fadeaway to pass Kareem. And it was Kareem coming out of nowhere and blocking the fucking and
awesome.
I was like dying because I was just like, that's hella funny. But yeah, I mean he's the face, he's gonna be the face, but like what's gonna happen when he's gone? Who's gonna become the face?
Younger kids, Jason Tatum, John Moran, people like
I think
that.
there's a lot of people
I'm talking like
trying to vie for that
Luka.
spot.
I just don't know if there's gonna be a face.
There will. One will stand above the rest. You just got to give it time and find out who it is. Like Michael Jordan was
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, Michael,
a
and then
while.
Kobe, and then LeBron.
It may not happen right away, but there will always be elite players, and then there will always be that one of that group that it really takes like the face of the league.
It could be Jay Tatum. He's only 24. He's so young. 25. Yeah, he's young. He's a young.
That's so
man.
weird because it feels like he's been in the league so
Dude,
long.
I might be lying to you guys, but I swear he's that young.
No, I think you're right.
Well, even you look at Jaw and Luca and that Kyrie. What a great! Oh man, it's been so nice to watch too.
Oh my God, dude, he's 6'8". He's 24 years old, born in 1998.
He's younger.
That's crazy.
Younger than all of us.
He's had a longer career than we probably had.
Yeah, it's just weird to. And he was picked. Oh my gosh, you're right. 2017. He's picked five years ago. He was like 18 when he was picked.
Yeah, he did one and done at hold on,
Duke.
Yeah. I was gonna say Duke or Kentucky. I knew it was blue.
That's insane that he's that young.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown also his backcourt or his backcourt, but his like teammate is 26, pretty young too.
Oh, they're super young.
Yeah, they're a great team.
What's cool is you can have a lot more longevity.
Yeah, and it's probably the easiest sport on your body compared to like football or hockey.
Soccer.
Maybe baseball is the easiest one on your body.
Yeah,
depends on if you're like a catcher.
Yeah, but like basketball is one of the easier sports on your body. Like of course it's a lot of aerobics and you're running around a lot and it's a lot of fast twitch, but you're not like getting fucking bullied to the ground every play.
Just what's so bad is those guys are so big. Sometimes
it's ridiculous
because they're so giant that when they come down, they like fucking fall. They're coming from high up.
The thing is too, it's like when you're how tall is LeBron? 6'9", 6'10",
Yeah,
6'9",
something like that. Yeah,
and he's 260 pounds of all muscle. And he goes up and he gets like fouled and he's like, I'm like, bro, you're 265 pounds. Fucking finish the ball.
He's literally like this big, can barely at one point barely bench the bar.
Yeah.
And he fucking doesn't break his ankle. That's how does he not break his legs?
Dude.
I don't understand. Like one bad fall, he could just.
Did you
know? Think
I don't know how this is true, but Kevin Durant and what's his name? Giannis are the same weight.
Now,
yeah, that's what I said.
Tall. Kevin's taller.
Kevin's like 4 inches, 3 inches taller than him. He's like almost 7 foot.
Really?
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I know he's almost like 7 foot, but like
Giannis
I thought Giannis was also so pretty crazy up there.
6'9", 6'8". He's like tall, but he's not like.
Okay, so he's like LeBron.
Yeah, he's like LeBron. Where it's like they're
look him up real quick.
Okay.
Super tall, but
so Kevin Durant is 6'10" and 240.
Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah. The fact that he's 240 got me.
Yeah.
I could not tell
I
you.
shouldn't have told you to look up Giannis because you can't even spell his
I
name.
literally was over here like, how the fuck? Yeah.
Giannis is
So
actually 7 foot.
holy
Two
shit,
so
he's
he's taller.
7'3".
See,
My bad. I'm so sorry. I thought they were
see,
opposite. But he's only 243.
really, that's
Like
funny because Giannis definitely looks beefier.
Giannis looks like he's an absolute unit, and Durant looks like he could bench a bar.
Everybody
Where
cares
is
about
all
whatever.
the weight?
Literally, that's what I'm saying. It's like, where's the weight, dude? Because he's not like you would think he'd have it somewhere.
Yeah, but everybody carries weight differently. Maybe he carries it more in his like gut. But he's not that big either. I don't know, dude. Who
That's
knows?
what I'm
Maybe
saying. He's not
maybe
huge,
he just has a really massive beep and it's a lot of weight.
bro. Maybe he's been in the league so long. How big do you think his wingspan is, Kevin
Oh, I
Durant?
thought you were about to
Oh,
say
I did not think you were about to say that.
I was gonna say 6 feet. No, I'm just kidding.
His wingspan's probably over 7 feet.
So his height is 6'10". So how big do you think his wingspan is?
I
Maybe
can
this
tell you
is.
exactly what it is. Some
I can
five.
tell you exactly what. Yeah, 7'5".
That's a long. His arms are long. Anyways, we can keep
That's
talking about
insane.
basketball, but overall, I think it'll be interesting because hey, now that you're out the All Star break, here's some things to think about. You have all these teams that made really big trades before the trade deadline, before the
True.
All Star trade. So now some of these teams haven't even gotten really a chance to play with. Like KD has barely had a chance to play with the Suns, if not
He
at all.
hasn't played any
Kyrie.
games yet. He's
Kyrie's
gonna
played.
debut on Wednesday.
Kyrie's
So
played 3 or 4.
it's going to be so crazy. This last half of basketball will be very, very fun to watch. If you're not a basketball fan, Alex, I think you should at least get into it and at least watch some highlights throughout the week because it's going to be a really interesting ending of the year.
I
The West
I
is so up for
think
grabs, and they went and got all teams made changes in the West to go get somebody.
See, I think what happened was I did watch a lot of basketball and then I found hockey. And hockey, I think, is just more fun for me.
Oh, so fun. What's going on in the hockey world?
Honestly, man, I watch a lot of the Penguins, and it's been a pretty down bad season for the Penguins. And I've been watching a lot of Bruins, and it's been a pretty up good season for the Bruins. So it's pretty hard to watch hockey right now when if everything goes to plan and if everything I just never I've researched a lot of hockey too. I've never heard of a team go to the playoffs and do well, fire their coach to get a new coach and do like record breaking seasons. Like it's just really, really weird. I mean, they've got a really good team. They've got a really good center. They've got a really good winger. David Pasta is like one of the probably best wingers in the league right now. He just got like his 40th goal, which is crazy. McDavid scored his 100th goal or his 100th point the other game. Literally is like on track to almost score 200 points.
Wow.
It's insane. It's insane. But what's even crazier is McDavid has 100 points and the Bruins have 91 points as a team, like overall, like through their season, which is insane that they already have 91 points.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a very interesting season for hockey. But be careful, Carolina could be coming out of nowhere and taking over number 1. They've been really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about them recently.
Yeah, Carolina's been really, really good. So I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good time. The whole what's it called? The whole hockey thing though is hard in America. It's very ran by football and basketball and baseball.
What do you mean?
Like the fact that you couldn't watch hockey on a television up until 2 years ago was kind of insane.
What?
Like you had to live in the state that you were watching the game or buy the ice pass, whatever it was.
No, some games were they were a lot. If
I,
you really wanted to watch a team, you could go to the bar and
yeah,
you
I'm
know.
talking but that's what I'm saying. Like you had to go to the bar, like
Well, yeah,
and really like be after it. Like you can't just be like right now. You can just go at home and throw on Hulu and watch a game
true.
because they have all their rights with Hulu for some reason. So weird.
Hmm.
I like it, but and you could just watch a game now. If there's a lot of games on, and I think it's done a lot for the sport. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to a Preds Penguins game next Tuesday. so I'm not going to be
Nice.
on the podcast, but I'll be live in. I'll be ringing in live from the stadium,
Great.
Nice.
So who's
or
it?
we
Just me,
might
Chris?
do it on a different day. But whatever,
Chris, have we've done it once without Alex?
not fully.
Yeah,
Not fully.
that is
do it.
true. He came.
Maybe
he
10
came
minutes.
into it.
Maybe like 10
Let's
minutes.
do it.
Yeah,
A
I'll
potty
still be
without
on here. I
Alex?
just like I said, I'll be zooming in live from the game.
Mm,
What do you mean?
We'll see how your reception is
yeah,
Hey,
and I
it'll
don't
be
want to hear
hella
all those.
good.
If it starts messing
from
with
an arena.
Yeah. You never heard of arena self service? That's what I got. Well, on that note, on that bad joke, we're out of here. It's been a long, long day. It's been a long podcast for us, and have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. And until next time,
You too.
follow us on social at 3 Amigos Podcast. Do all the fun things, do all the great things, and remember, keep following us because we like to do this,
yeah, send us money.
dude. Honestly, just for funsies.
5 here, 5 there.
$1.
Hey, peace.
Peace.
Have a great night, guys.